Lads, you are smashing it with the support on this series so far. Thank you so much for all of the love in the comment section, all the thumbs up. If we could hit over 1,000 likes again today, that would be absolutely superb. I apologise in advance if I sound a little lispy. I've got a new set of my Invisalign braces, so I'm a little bit... And your boy's also under the weather, so I have my blackcurrant flavoured lemon sip, which I'm trying desperately not to spill on the white Leeds kit, otherwise that would be an absolute mission to get out. So we're going to concentrate on the football. Hopefully I'm going to be able to power through. Thank you for all of your support though, I really appreciate it. One thing I wanted to, or a couple of things I wanted to pick up from the comments the past couple of episodes. Move Tyler Roberts into the starting lineup. There's been a call to play him more than we have been. So up to the starting lineup he comes. He will play on the left hand side of the front three. I'm also going to stop training Boy, as you guys basically been shouting at me in the comments, and I've listened, I've heard finally, and from there, I think I might train Riedewald instead, or maybe I might just train Tyler Roberts. Maybe Tyler Roberts and Riedewald in the same one. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. But we start today with a Yorkshire derby. It's Sheffield Wednesday away from home at Hillsborough. In QPR, Blackburn, Luton, Reading and Middlesbrough round out the month of November. I'm not sure if we'll quite get that far. You've got QPR at 8th, Blackburn at 12th, Luton at 14th. So I could feel relatively comfortable seeing one or two of those. Ordinarily, with Wednesday being where they are in the league, I'd sim that, but it's a Yorkshire derby, so we're going to play it. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday, one of the biggest names in English football as well, so we're definitely going to be playing that tie. It's a tie that hopefully we can get a good result from. We have been playing pretty well recently. We're up to 4th, solidly inside the playoffs, and not too far away from the automatic promotion spots. That said, had a poor performance last time out against Preston, and lost by 2-1. So we need to bounce back from that, and I'm going to try and do that here in this next game. Wish me luck. Like I say, drop the video a like if you enjoy. We're over 1,000 likes on every single episode so far, so please do keep that level of support up. You guys are killing it, and I can't thank you enough. Glad to know that you guys are enjoying this series. Do give me your consistent feedback in the comment section, of course, and we'll... Oh, do I play in the home kit? I could play in the home kit, you know. I'm going to play in the home kit. Right. Leeds versus Sheffield Wednesday is the first game of the day. Ep6, save me. Right, Wednesday's starting lineup. Kieran Westwood in goal for them. Stephen Fletcher up top. Very capable, if slightly older now, striker. Jacob Murphy will offer pace out wide, as will Harris on the right-hand side. Bannon, Hutchinson and Higuita in the middle. They're a decent team, Sheffield Wednesday. They don't really deserve to be where they are in this league table so far this season. We will have to be wary. Nice tackle by Alioski. We'll try and turn defence into attack here. Hernandez. Oh, real lack of movement on the right-hand side from Helder Costa, who did actually score before I realised that he'd scored, if you know what I mean, in the last episode. Oh, Tyler was there to turn it home. Pablo Hernandez was offside. If I'd have played the ball, just played it too late. He'd have tucked that home at the back post as well, Tyler Roberts. I made a point when Costa scored in the final game of the episode yesterday that, oh, that's his first goal for the club. Forgetting that actually he'd scored his first goal for the club in the first game of the episode. I was so distracted by the fact that I was just in front in that first game that it didn't occur to me that it was Helder Costa that had scored it. Tyler Roberts nearly giving us a goal there after 17 minutes. A good opening attempt for him. That's going to fall nicely for Cooper. Calvin Phillips is there, not Calvin Harris, as I keep mistakenly calling him because I'm a moron. And unfortunately, there's an offside in there somewhere. Helder Costa, in fact, the man we were talking about. 0-0 after 19 minutes, but we've had a decent opportunity there with Tyler Roberts. And had Helder Costa been onside when I played the ball through a moment ago, we might well have had two for Tyler Roberts. Through the gap. Here's Jacob Murphy. Cross comes in, it's good. Cooper away. Get to that, Helder. Get to it. Well up. Phillips forward to Marriott. Click. We'll use Alioski. Is Tyler going to come down the line? He's slow to get there, but he is offering himself in support, which is good. I don't know where Tyler Roberts' best position is. Says he could play at cam, at striker. And to be fair, in this forward role, left or right forward, he should be pretty tasty as well. but I'm yet to figure out where best to play him. He's quick, but not rapid. He's good on the ball, but not exceptional. But this is one hell of a run, actually. And he's in behind here. Tyler Roberts. Another effort on his left-hand side. That's well saved by Kieran Westwood. Another experienced player in Wednesday's lineup. Oh, Luke! Good header from Ayling. But wide again. We are getting closer to this goal. Still 0-0 after half an hour, though. Little 1-2 with Tyler Roberts. See some space on the right-hand side for Luke Ayling. And then subsequently Hilda Costa, if you can get yourself into it. Heavy touch, but we've kept possession. And, well, it's a surprisingly large amount of space here for Jack Marriott. And we'll look for Tyler Roberts again, up against Dominic Iorfa, who wins out on this occasion. Tyler's been really good at just getting the right side of the defender to get in behind on this left side of the front three. And it's been quite a positive area for us and a popular area for creating some chances. Unfortunately, no goal yet. But I'm sure if we keep playing the way we have been, a goal will come in the second half. Hopefully we could just keep them out until that point. They're pushing here right at the very end of the half. Alioski can't get to that. Stephen Fletcher just gets the pass off. Barry Bannon looking for the ball through, and we'll get rid of that with Ben White. I could knock that down to a teammate, and Helder Costa could get in behind. We might end up scoring before half-time. Lovely touch by Costa, driving away. That's a brilliant ball to Jack Marriott, and we really might be going 1-0 up before half-time. We are going 1-0 up before half-time. Helder Costa with the assist, Jack Marriott with a goal. 1-0 Leeds in the Yorkshire derby. Stephen Fletcher might go for the 1-2 here with Harris, and I'm trying to get rid of it. Ayling does eventually hack it clear. Oh, Iorfa thought about letting the ball go out for a throw. Saw that I was potentially going to get there. Went to try and keep it in and balls it up. If they could do that more often, that would be great. Sat very deep here, Wednesday. Oh, but not deep enough because Helder Costa's in behind. And he should have buried that. Should certainly be making sure I'm taking efforts on his left foot. Perhaps I should have gone near post and just tried to outside the foot it into the bottom corner. That should have been 2-0. We should be clear in this game, and we're not. It's still just a 1-0 to 0, and whilst it remains that close, Wednesday are going to be a threat. I'm going to make a change. Let's take Click off and bring on Forshaw in the middle, and then we'll make some changes up top and out wide. Helder Costa, and then let's bring Jack Harrison on, but for Jack Marriott, and give Tyler Roberts the run through the middle. Clark, Tyler Roberts, Forshaw. Oh, Rostieri through the gap there to reach. That's a lovely 1-2. Ayling caught out of position. Adam Reach still trying to find a way to get the ball into the middle. Can we get to that first? We can't. Get rid, please. Well up, Cooper. Forshaw's going to have to be out quick here. Higuita has options, one of which is Barry Bannon. He's left-footed too. There's a lot of left-footers in this game. Reach into the middle. Win this. Yes, Alioski. Yes, Jack Harrison. Just enough. Counter-attack is on. Phillips. Hernandez. Down the line, looking for the runner, Jack Clark. Pablo Hernandez is actually getting forward nicely here. And if I can pull this to the edge of the box, oh, which we did do nicely, we could have found him. But Higuita read it and stepped in. Just 5 minutes to go. We perhaps should have been much further clear in this game than just the 1-0 to 0. But provided we get the victory, we don't really care. We've had a number of 1-0s so far this year, which I don't know whether that's pretty outside of the norm for Leeds United. They tend to be, or at least I've always considered them, the side, to be quite attacking and not that good at grinding out singular goal victories. It's a lovely turn by Jack Harrison. Can he do better on his left foot this time? Try and get it into the middle. In fact, Tyler Roberts certainly gives us the victory now. He's firmed it up. That's 2-0 Leeds. You guys said to put him in the starting lineup. We've done so. He scored. Final whistle comes not long after Tyler Roberts' goal. We lead by 2-0. We win by 2-0. That's a big result for us. I'm not sure. Oh, wow. Dominant performance as well. Really pleased with that, actually. Wednesday didn't feel like they were that bad, to be honest. They had some good possession play in that game, and I was tested from time to time, but obviously not creative enough, and that's why they are where they are in the table. Why didn't we get Siedi and Ketia? Team comes first. And of course, to replicate what's happening in real life, we will be sending him back to Arsenal once January arrives. So I'm going to try and not lean on him and rely on him in the meantime, because I'm going to lose him soon anyway. Special win to beat Sheffield Wednesday. We earned that result though. Good solid play. Tyler Roberts had a good game. Not just popping up with a goal at the end, but obviously involved in chances throughout as well. How do you feel about the result? We play to win every single game, and so far we've done that quite well. Are we closer to the top two? No, we're not close to the top two because everybody else has won. Right, now what I can do now is change this session. I'm going to delete that preset. I'm going to add another preset that's purely got Tyler Roberts in it. Youth Monthly Report has come back, and Engel is continuing to improve, and his potential window is continuing to edge closer to the 90s. In fact, he's almost guaranteed that he will be in the 90s. 89 to 96 potential now for him. We're still training him, of course, on the occasional simulation with regards to training, and hopefully it won't be long before he starts to get really towards the 70s in rating. I'm going to play QPR, and I'll probably sim Blackburn and Luton, I think. Wait and see, because yeah, Blackburn, they keep dropping down the table. They're not in good form. We can probably sim those games and be quite comfortable. So we'll play QPR. Obviously they're in 6th and chasing us, so we don't want to risk losing this game. Tyler Roberts will continue to start on the left-hand side. Marriott scored in that game, so I can't necessarily take him out of the starting lineup there, can I? And maybe I'll swap those two around. Helder Costa might be better on the left, and I'll try Tyler Roberts on the right on his right foot. Tried Costa on both sides and really done too well on either, but we'll see what we can do with him. Right, other than that, I'm quite happy with the lineup. We're playing well, we're getting good results, and we're moving up the league. I just want to be that little bit higher. We are only a single point outside the automatic promotion spots now. We're just still 5 points behind Fulham, but 1 point away from second place Cardiff City, and a win here against 6th place QPR for 4th place Leeds might be enough to move us up the table again. Joe Lumley in goal for QPR. The pace in Nahki Wells up top is going to be very hard to deal with. Not sure where else they're going to threaten too much. 4-2-3-1 with Pugh set behind Nahki Wells. Josh Scowen could be quite creative at CDM, but I don't know much about their two wingers. I don't know what to expect here. They're obviously a decent team because they're quite high in the table, sat in 6th, and only a handful of points behind us, but we are ahead of them in the league for a reason. Let's show them why. Pugh, Nahki Wells and Smith linking up nicely. This is good interlinking play from them, but we've cut it out nicely. And on the counter-attack we go. Looking for Tyler Roberts, driving inside. Support on the outside of him though. Here's Pablo Hernandez. Luke Ayling is there. Use that as a dummy run. Helder Costa here to Mateus Click. Stoke 1-0 up. Jack Marriott trying to put us 1-0 up, riding the challenge well. We will take the free kick though. Was a foul. Now can Pablo Hernandez come up with something worldy here? We shall try. We shall absolutely try. Try and put a little bit of knuckleball on it. Time it well. It's off target. I think it was just drifting to hit the post and go wide, but the keeper wasn't taking any risks. Diving away and winning it well. Todd Kane wins that header well. Can we loft it back into the middle? Calvin Phillips, that is a good ball back into the middle. No, it's not. It's absolutely woeful. Throw for them. He's on the run there, the man in front of him, but he's elected to kick that straight to Camille Glick. I mean, I'm not going to say anything other than thank you. And Helder Costa shooting his left, they said. Oh, find the space to do so first. Oh, the keeper's balls that up, and Jack Marriott finishes in style. My fault for not taking that a little bit further with Helder Costa and allowing the defender to close me down. But we still end up with a goal in the back of the net. And thankfully, the keeper fluffed his lines as well. My mistake, followed by their mistake at cannoned off Helder Costa. He probably could have caught that. It's not got much distance on the punch either, at all. And Jack Marriott with, well, stunning technique. That's wonderful. And keeper perhaps should have done better with that as well, although it was travelling at quite some pace. We lead by a goal to nil. I'm not too sure I deserve it, but I certainly will take it. 7 minutes before half-time, it's 1-0. Hernandez through the gap nicely. Jack Marriott. Luke Ayling's arriving on the right-hand side. 2 before half-time would be undeserved, but would certainly put us in a very strong position, and that was from behind. Smith might be in trouble here. The referee coming across, and it It's just a warning, not even a card. I think that was definitely worth the yellow. Oh, I was going to say we'll have a look at the replay, but we've been denied that. Can we go short? I could go short here. I'll try getting into Helder Costa and try and quickly roll onto his left, which he's done well, and shoot, goes down. No foul given. Should we have had a penalty there for the rough challenge on Helder Costa? I'm not sure. Just not quite clicked with Helder Costa, have I, in this save so far? And now Calvin Phillips gives away a foul, and that one's certainly a yellow card as they were on the counter. We are hopefully, though, going to hold our lead until the break, and then, provided we can play as well in this second half as we have in the first. We might not be holding. Why have you passed that? Well, inexplicable decisions from Derby at one end, from QPR at one end and at the other. Keeper perplexing with his decision to punch, and why Pugh's passed that when he's through 1-on-1, I don't know, but somehow we're still 1-0 in front. Maybe a replica of the previous game. I'm contemplating taking Mario off soon and throwing Tyler Roberts up top again. It worked previously. Alioski trying to get that in the middle. It's going to be out for a corner. See if we can get a second before we throw Tyler Roberts as our main striker. It's going to drop kindly to Helder Costa. Oh, strike on the left-hand side was very clean. Unfortunately, it's not going to fall for me. No, actually, we might be in trouble going the other way. Naki Wells down to Asai Samuel. He's running himself down a blind alley here. We'll live to fight another day. If that Helder Costa effort had flown into the top corner, I might well have lost my mind. My throat is sore enough as it is, but I might well have ruined it had that flown in. 10 minutes into the second half, we're still putting the pressure onto QPR here. We've got Blackburn coming up next, and we will simulate that. And then subsequently, the game after that against Luton, which I'm certain we'll get 3 points from. Oh, it's a heavy touch by Click. I didn't intend to do that. Oh, that wasn't supposed to go to you. Oh, dear. Getting closer, but not close enough to that second goal yet. Oh, that's a great ball by Smith, if he can keep that in, which he has done. Only a couple to aim for in the middle. I saw where he was probably going to go and tried to block that passing lane off. Seemed to work. Duke McKenna into Todd Kane. Don't foul him in the box. Cheesnoid. Scowen. McKenna. Smith. This is good from them, but again a loose pass at a vital time. These two, their chance falling apart. Cleek. Forward there to Costa. Got Patrick Bamford up top now. Oh, but he's not holding the ball up very well at all. Talks about Joe Worrell potentially being on the move. There have been some calls in the comment section for me to approach Joe Worrell on a pre-contract in January, as well as Jared Bowen. Do let me know if you think I should do that, or whether we should just look for some loan signings and contemplate, or not contemplate, more to the fact, any free signings for next season. I kind of knew that was going to go in as soon as the shot at the near post opened itself up to them. Queen's Park Rangers have equalised with 17 minutes to go. They might yet be taking a point here. Forward looking for Bamford, who does well to get to it, but the pass falls to Pugh. Cameron across to Scowen. Forrest have gone in front against Luton, but it's not really affecting us at this stage. What could affect us is them getting in the box like this. Cooper, well, Cooper's clearing header was not good enough there. And 2 goals in 7 minutes. See QPR turn this around. That was an attempted clearing header from Liam Cooper there. I'm pretty sure it was Cooper that headed that. Whoever did get a header on it was a pinpoint accurate pass to their man. Yep, that was Cooper's attempted clearance there. Well done, my man. You played the pass that their striker was trying to play perfectly well. Super accurate. Right down to their striker. And then the rest, bosh, is history. Sometimes you can do all the right things, but it still doesn't go your way. They've completely turned it around. QPR 2, Leeds United 1. And just as Lee Dixon is saying, there's that saying, you always get one more chance. I do need that now. I'm trying to get this in towards Patrick Bamford if I can. Helder Costa can't keep hold of possession though. And I'm not confident of having that extra chance. Played forward. Hugill knocks that down. Here's Duke McKenna into the middle, away by White. That clearance found a teammate. That pass forward was pretty terrible, actually. But Tyler Roberts got it back to Forshaw. We really are running out of time now. Forward looking for Patrick Bamford. Takes in his stride well. Got players all around me. Make a run, please, Helder. He's just stood there. He's just stood there. Come on, Helder, turn. He's turned really well. I need to find a teammate. Adam Forshaw. Tyler Roberts, lovely turn. Tyler Roberts. Oh, what a tackle from Leisner. Now or never. We need an equaliser from this corner. It's going to be never. It's going to be QPR 2, Leeds United 1, unless... Oh, unless, no, we are going to lose at home to Queen's Park Rangers. Can't quite believe they've done that. I felt quite comfortable, relatively comfortable at 1-0 up. And then, wham. There are only 2 chances of the game and they score them both. And we lose. Fulham won against Hull, which is terrible for us. I just saw Cardiff City's name, but I didn't see the scoreline alongside it. Difficult game today. We weren't low on confidence. Our confidence is solid enough. They just countered me and got lucky. Very lucky. We played well, but it wasn't enough. We did play well. 6 chances. Created some good opportunities. They had 2 chances and just so happened to score them both. We'll concentrate on what we can do better. I.e., when I press clear the ball with the clear the ball button, don't head it to my opposition striker, please, Liam Cooper. Thank you, mate. I'd very much appreciate if you didn't do that in future. We are now 2 points behind the side in second, as Cardiff did actually lose on that match day. So we're still within touching distance of the automatic spots. But Forest and Wigan are now both within touching distance of us in the playoffs. So it's not quite as comfortable in the league as perhaps we might have liked it to be at this stage of the season. Both Jamie Shackleton and Calvin Phillips going up in rating here, which is good. Calvin up to 77. I'm hoping that dynamic potential will really kick in for players like Calvin Phillips. A loan offer from Miaget. I might actually accept that now, considering I can always just call up the youth player that we've got, the German, who's been growing really well. Players leaving on international duty isn't too much of an issue for us right now. Interest shown in Dodo. Not that bothered about that at this particular moment in time either. They didn't really work the other way around in that game, did they? I'll keep Costa on the right for the time being. Right, Blackburn at home could do with a victory here. They just got battered by Sheffield Wednesday, and they recently lost to Preston too. They're on their way down the table. They're moving that way while we're hoping to move this way. Thankfully, Jack Marriott gives us a 1-0 lead in the 4th minute. Although we've had an injury there to Cooper and Luke Ayling. Now that's not good. Marriott scores a second, which is good news. But then Ben White's got himself sent off, so I might lose one centre-back to injury, a right-back to injury, and another centre-back to suspension, all in the space of 90 minutes. We did win the game by 3-0. 2 weeks for Liam Cooper, 3 days, thankfully, for Ayling, and Ben White is out for a match. Thankfully, that didn't go as badly as it could have done. But that was very nearly a disastrous victory, if there is such a thing. Oh, dearie me. We're 4th. We've moved up a place. Transfer offer for Boy. We'll reject. We were training him recently. You scout report. Now, have you got anyone decent for me this time, mate? Because you've been terrible so far. Nobody looks like they're going to be any good. 60-20 speeds only starting at 110k. I think next season we will be more specific with the sort of player that we want. This year we just searched for any player and it hasn't really paid off. Next year will be... Tyler Roberts is an international duty. Next year we'll be more specific and maybe go for physically strong players or technically gifted players, and that way we should hopefully get someone that is quite high rated with decent potential. Transfer offer for Calvin Phillips, which is certainly going to be rejected from Ajax. Big interest in him this season. Eddie Nketiah's been in good form, I'll consider it, mate, but you're going to be leaving me sooner rather than later. Luton away. Cooper's not fully fit yet. And we are now going to be missing White. I'm actually going to put Luke Ayling in at centre-back and Stuart Dallas in at right-back. Actually, no, I've got Berardi still, haven't I? I've got Berardi. I'll put Berardi in instead. And we'll put Stuart Dallas back on the bench. Luke Ayling can play at centre-back. Right, we'll simulate this game against Luton and see where that leaves us. Oh, they just beat Reading, so their confidence might have turned slightly. Although Tyler Roberts has gotten us off to a good start. He starts, he scores yet again. Injury for them on this occasion, thankfully. Helder Costa with a second goal. The three up top working well. Jack Marriott's been scoring freely recently too, although he's come off here for Patrick Bamford just after half-time. Pablo Hernandez grabs the third. These games are going according to plan. I now need to follow that up with a win in the remaining game today. Fourth. Another for Tyler Roberts. Putting him in the starting lineup really was the right thing to do, wasn't it? Keep working hard, and you're welcome, Stuart. Suspension over for Ben White. That's good news. Back into the starting lineup he'll go, although we did keep a clean sheet, to be fair, with Riedewald and Berardi. Just do this quickly. And then, where are you? Liam can go in for Douglas. Right. Back to full strength again then. Jack Marriott, up, I don't know whether he's up to 72 rated or not, actually. But can we train with Tyler Roberts now? We can. Good. Leif Davis growing well and now up to 66 rated too. Hoping he can grow to a point where he can be properly involved in the starting lineup. Next for us then will be that game against Reading, where hopefully everybody will have recovered their stamina. It's Reading away. We are 2 points outside the automatic spots, 5 points off first, and 5 points inside the playoffs. Reading are 18th. You'd like to think this should be pretty straightforward. Reading's 11. Lucas Boy up top, as well as Lucas João. They've got Pele in their starting 11 as well. In the midfield, they're going 5 at the back, so quite defensive. Although, against the 5 at the back at the beginning of the season in Bristol City, with a very entertaining 5-goal game. So hopefully we'll have that again, but come out on top this time. We touch, but does get it to Jack Clark, who's getting a rare start here, but I want to get him more involved in the first team 11, because I'm contemplating signing him next year. Click into Jack Clark. Speaking of him, oh, not far wide at all. Didn't have the angle really to go for the near post there. Keeper had that covered, so I tried to catch him out and go across goal, trying to get it to bend back into that near post. Just didn't quite get the right connection on it, but very positive start from Jack Clark. If he could be that direct for the whole 90 minutes, he might be in for a very good afternoon, or evening as it matters, or as it happens, because we're playing on a Tuesday night. To Boy, oh, they're pronouncing it Boyer, Lucas Boyer. I didn't realise it was pronounced that way. Here's Yadom. Hopefully Luke Ayling comes across and tries to deal with it, but Yadom wins the physical encounter. Now we're in trouble. Here's Ajaria into the box. Calvin Phillips trying his best to stay with him. Out to Yadom again. This is good possession play from Reading. Working it about really nicely. Pele from distance. Pele over the bar. Hernandez out to Ayling. You went me the run there, Jack. Keep that going. Oh, it's a brilliant ball by Jack Marriott. And Jack Clark. Oh, just, but emphatically gives us a 1-0 lead. Tyler Roberts starts. He scores. Jack Clark starts. He scores. Brilliant ball by Jack Marriott. It was key to not use Jack Clark in the build-up there. Go across him to Marriott to then get back to the running youngster. And he only just managed to find that corner. He certainly put a lot of power behind it. But this time we did get that bend, albeit only minuscule, back towards the goal. And that minuscule bend was what we needed in the first chance. It's what we got in the second. And we have our goal now. 1-0 after 20 minutes. Let's see if we can't build on that now. I don't want to repeat at Queen's Park Rangers. I want to make sure we get victory here. Not just sit on the 1-0 and then get caught out. Hernandez into Glick. Go out to Jack Clark. Can he return the favour for Jack Marriott? He's looking to get beyond the defender that's with him. I've got a number of players on the edge of the box. Pull this back. It's Pablo Hernandez. It's well blocked. Oh, no second opportunities. It falls free. Can Ayling get to that first? He's not going to, so I'm not going to commit. East to Lucas Boyer, to Yadom. Yadom again. And he's racing away down the left-hand side. Can he find a teammate? He's got a number to aim for, one of which is Lucas Boyer, who's run back out wide, turned sharply, and Kiko! That was dangerous, mate. That was not good at all, but thankfully we've been able to turn it away. Very nearly, another goalkeeping mistake, and another goal for our opposition. Oh, that's a lovely ball through to Lucas Boyer, but Ben White intercepts nicely. Having to stand firm here, Reading are coming for that equaliser. Here's Lucas Boyer. Yadom again. Everything they've done so far in this game has come down that left-hand side by Boyer and Yadom. East really should have equalised for them right at the end of the first half. They could be involved in an equaliser if it weren't for Alioski's interception at the back post. They make changes, or was it just cutting to the crowd? I think it was just cutting to the crowd in the end, wasn't it? Ajaria with the delivery in. Miazga with a header. Oh. Zach Clark, his first touch seemed to turn that towards the keeper. I didn't ask him to do that. He just did it of his own accord. Thankfully, it worked, and the keeper was able to gather that up. Alioski showing good pace there to get to that. And that's a lovely run by Mateusz Klich. We'll lift that looking for Tyler Roberts, but not able to find him. Wedding have Rigan next. Here's Lucas Schwal. Oh, that's a foul. I might be in trouble there. Ben White was the last man, just the yellow card. Thankfully, there were other players around to deal with it. Right, Hernandez off the foreshore. And we Eddie Nketiah on for Tyler Roberts. And Patrick Bamford on for Jack Clark. We are going to be 3 strikers to the good up top. Can we hold on to our 1-0 lead? We'll wait and see. Ajaria to line up the free kick 25 yards out. Looks like he's going to go for goal. But it's comfortable for Kiko. Nketiah around the corner. That's poor looking for Jack Marriott. Need to be better there. Need to be better there, Eddie. Here's in a motor. Ajaria. Oh, Puskás. Is he onside there as well? He is! Someone on this near side was playing him on. And almost at the exact moment when QPR scored their first goal, Reading have got one for themselves. It's Luke Ayling dropped deep thanks to the run of Yadom. Even though the majority of their play has gone through Yadom, he still had a big part to play in the goal, even though he didn't actually touch the ball. Luke Ayling tracked his run, ended up playing everybody else on side, and unfortunately our 1-0 lead is gone for the second game in a row. Now we need to make sure that we don't have that 1-0 lead turn into a 2-1 deficit for the second game in a row. Mota into Puskás. He's got options. It's Pele. Well blocked. Took me a little while just to be able to switch to the right man there. Could Eddie Nketiah get to that first? He was about to, but we'll bring the ball back for the free kick. 15 minutes to go. After grinding out a good 1-0, or 2-0 in fact, actually, in the end, wasn't it, against Sheffield Wednesday. We've let ourselves down against QPR. Can't afford to do the same against Reading. Eddie Nketiah utilising his pace really well. And we'll look to backheel that to Mateusz Klich, but can't turn and find the path of the ball quickly enough as well. Nice tackle by Ben White. Inside to Klich. Lay that in front of Phillips. Patrick Bamford's going to cut inside here. He's going to take that in his stride well. Bamford! Oh! So very nearly in that bottom right-hand corner, but just a couple of inches wide. Bamford. Into Phillips. Marriott. Somehow he's held the man off there. We'll lay that in front of Mateusz Klich. Everybody that wasn't a substitute is running low on stamina now, but Eddie Nketiah has the ball taken away from him. 4 short, trying to work something. Come on, lads. Let's get this victory. Phillips. Marriott steps away from the defender. Turns well. Bamford into Eddie Nketiah. Bursts through that gap. Eddie! Oh, can't get the shot away. Oh, that's terrible from Ajaria, and that will be a corner for us. See how tired everybody else is. It's just the 3 substitutes and Ben White that stand out there with regards to having any sort of stamina left. We'll whip this into the middle. We have been known to score from a corner. Not on this occasion. If anything, might be conceding on the counter-attack. No, Luke Ayling's done well. Not once, but twice. But somehow Puskás finds the ball at his feet. And it looks like it's going to be a 1-1 draw here against Reading. Majewski isn't an easy place to go. But, again, having been... Oh, nearly got me. Having been 1-0 up. Again, and losing a lead for a second time, maybe losing a game for a second time. In the 95th minute, when time should have been called after 93. In the 96th minute, when time should have been called at 93, Ejaria with the corner and away by Cooper. Annoyingly now, I won't have a chance to counter-attack. A 1-1 draw against Reading. Points dropped there. Points dropped at home against QPR as well. We played well in every game though. Just haven't been able to find the back of the net. Cardiff lose. Big for us. Fulham win. Annoying for us. The gap to them at the top is growing and growing. Real tight contest today. We should have won. Had the chances. Just couldn't find the bottom corner. Patrick Bamford came very, very close. I did hope to get back in front. We do aim to win every single game, or as many games as possible. Joao was one of the best players. Not really. Concentrating what we can do better. I don't think Joao played that well. He barely was involved as far as I was concerned. It was more Yadong, Lucas Boye. Who's just so happened to be the man that got the goal, I think. Fine. He's not played Union. I don't know what you're so concerned about. Expect more from you, Gyro. That's weird. Well, we've played a game extra now. As we advance towards the game against Middlesbrough, hopefully everything will iron itself out. Indeed it has, and somehow we're still third. 2 points behind West Brom, 7 points now behind Fulham at the top, with Middlesbrough, who are 16th, coming up next. I could sim that. We're at home as well, Middlesbrough, and then we'll be into the month of December. Go on then, we'll go to the pre-match press conference and we'll sim the game against Middlesbrough and see if we can't get ourselves another 3 points at home. Douglas is in good form. We see more of him today. I mean, he's not played, so no. Inconsistent results of late. Won't be easy, but it never is. To try and win the league, or at least get second place and automatic promotion. How have you prepared for your next game against Middlesbrough? We must be better than we were last time. I can't rub around the bush, beat around the bush, can I? I've got to be honest. We have to be better than we were against Reading. We have to be better than we were against Queen's Park Rangers. We have to get the victory against Middlesbrough. They're on a little unbeaten streak though. Draw against Barnsley, draw against QPR, 1-0 up through Paddy McNair. Is it Paddy McNair? I think it's Paddy McNair. In the first minute. That doesn't ever bode well when simulating a game. Although Pablo Hernandez has pulled one back. Yellow cards being thrown out left, right and centre on our side of things. Now on theirs, Steele picks one up in the 53rd minute. Can we get ourselves a goal to go in front in the final few stages? Yes, through Tyler Roberts, but George Friend equalises for Middlesbrough just 3 minutes later, and it's a 2-2 draw at home against Middlesbrough, which still sees us third. Patrick Roberts wants to talk to me. Tyler Roberts, Patrick Bamford wants to talk to me. But Tyler Roberts was the name I was reading in my head when I read that. Patrick Bamford. Lack of playing opportunities is hurting my career. Get away and make a new start. Please let me leave so I can play more games. Learn from the experience and hopefully... Oh, I don't know what to do there now. Injury for Liam Cooper out for 5 weeks. Wonderful. Absolutely superb. So my best centre-back is now out for a long time. So let's throw... Where's Gyro? Riedewald in. I'll take him off the bench actually. I don't know why I did that. Well, he's in the starting lineup now. Oh man, that's frustrating. That's really frustrating. He's out for the entire month of December, but should be back. Should be back for the January transfer window if we want to sell him, which I highly doubt we will. Bamford's unhappy at the minute. That's not going to help him play well to try and earn his place back in the side, is it? Oh, that's a good but also frustrating episode. I'm actually closer to the top of the table now, despite only drawing. An offer for Patrick Bamford now. That's quite low from PSV, obviously taking into effect that he's on low morale and not going to pay through the nose for a player that doesn't want to be here. Another offer for him from Braga. I'm not going to sell Patrick Bamford, at least I'm not planning on selling Patrick Bamford. We'll have another press conference at the beginning of tomorrow's episode, but that will be all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Do drop the video a like if you did. Of course, make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell. Hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better tomorrow when I come to record the next episode, so you might be a bit more we might have a bit more gusto from me. I felt like I was a little bit reserved today, but there wasn't really much I could do about that, I'm afraid. Feeling quite poopy. Right, moving forward, I'll see you in the episode tomorrow. Cheers, lads.